Let's start with the overview of discrete time Fourier transform and the key points which are mainly used to solve MCQs. So the Fourier transform of the discrete time signal x of n is given like this. Fourier transform of x of n is given as x of e power j omega, that is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n e power minus j omega n. So this is the formula for discrete time Fourier transform. The given signal is multiplied with e power minus j omega n, and the multiplication results will be added from minus infinity to plus infinity. So inverse Fourier transform is given like this, that is inverse Fourier transform of x of e power j omega is equal to x of n, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration of x of e power j omega e power plus j omega n d omega. So here Fourier transform is mainly used to convert this time domain signal into frequency domain signal. Okay. So inverse Fourier transform is used to convert the frequency domain signal into time domain signal. So the condition for the existence of discrete time Fourier transform, that is for the signal which is satisfying this condition, for that signal alone we can find out the Fourier transform. So the condition is what? Summation from n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n should be a finite one. Less than infinite means it should be a finite. If it is finite means we can name it as absolutely summable. If the given signal x of n is absolutely summable, then there is a DTFT for that signal. Okay. So this is the Fourier transform. We are going to expand the Fourier transform from minus infinity to plus infinity. So whenever n is equal to minus 2, this expression becomes x of minus 2 e power minus j omega, n is nothing but minus 2, plus x of minus 1 e power minus j omega into minus 1. N is equal to 0 means x of 0 e power 0 plus x of 1 e power minus j omega into 1. X of 2 e power minus j omega into 2, it is going on like this. So I can rewrite this expression like this. So x of minus 2 e power minus into minus plus, right? X of minus 2 e power plus j2 omega plus x of minus 1 e power plus j omega plus x of 0. Here e power 0 becomes 1. Okay, so x of 0 plus x of 1 e power minus j omega, x of 2 e power minus 2j omega till the infinity. So here we have to remember one important concept. Wherever there is no exponential term, that is the value of n is equal to 0. If there is no exponential term means that value is nothing but n is equal to 0 value. If the exponential is having positive sign, it represents n is equal to negative. Okay, so exponential sign is positive means it represents negative side of the time domain signal. Likewise, exponential is having the negative sign, it represents the positive side of the time domain signal. Okay. So let's solve some problems like this. So maximum in MCQs they may ask the question like this. Find the sequence of given transform. So we are going to find out the value of time domain signal for this transform signal. So what is the given transform? X of e power j omega is equal to 3 e power j2 omega plus 2 e power j omega minus 1 plus e power minus j omega plus 2 e power minus 3j omega. The first step is to find out where there is no exponential term. So here there is no exponential term. This term represents n is equal to 0. Then the previous one represents what? N is equal to minus 1 because it is plus, right? So minus 1 means j omega into 1. That is the meaning of this. So next one is what? Here the power is 2. So this is the n is equal to minus 2. Okay. So the next one here, that exponential is having n is equal to minus. Minus means that value represents what? n is equal to plus 1. Okay, so here e power minus 3j omega. There is no e power minus j2 omega. 2 is missing. So n is equal to 2. That value here is 0. So here n is equal to 3 term is given. So this is nothing but n is equal to 3. So we can simply write down the sequence as, what is that value? Here 3, 2, that amplitude. Okay. Here n is equal to 0 value is minus 1. This value is plus 1. N is equal to 2 value is not given in the transform because e power minus j2 omega is missing. If it is missing means that value is 0. So next n is equal to 3 value is given, that is nothing but 2. Okay. So this is the given sequence. Fine. Where do we mark the n is equal to 0? So n is equal to 0 is present at this point. This arrow indicates n is equal to 0 value. That is nothing but the origin. So this is the answer. Okay. So likewise, sometimes they may ask the question. Suppose they are giving you the sequence like this. 1, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. If they are giving the sequence like this and they are giving the arrow mark at this point. Sometimes they have given the arrow mark or they can give like this. Origin at 2. Origin at 2 means that is nothing but n is equal to 0 present at 2. Okay. So for this signal, the transformed signal can be obtained like this. So n is equal to 2, we can write 2 as such because e power 0 becomes 0. Then the previous signal is what? Minus 1. Correct. Minus 1. It is n is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 into e power plus j omega. Okay. And then this value is nothing but n is equal to minus 2. So here its value is plus 1. So 1 into e power plus j2 omega. So next value of this origin is 3. So plus 3 e power minus j omega. Correct. Because the positive side represents the minus power of exponential. So here it is n is equal to 1. This is n is equal to 2. We can write 4 e power minus j2 omega. So this is the answer. These all are the important discrete time Fourier transform formulas to be used in multi-choice questions. So Fourier transform of del of n is equal to 1. Fourier transform of time shifted del of function is e power minus j omega k or 1 by e power plus j omega k. This e power minus j omega k can be written like this. U of n. Fourier transform of u of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus j omega. That can be written as 1 minus e power minus j omega the whole power minus 1. Okay, so the same can be written like this. That is e power j omega divided by e power j omega minus 1. So this is also the formula for this u of n in terms of positive sign of power. Okay, so next this one, the Fourier transform of u of n minus k is equal to e power minus j omega k divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega. So a power n into u of n, that can be written like this. That is 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. That is also written as e power j omega by e power j omega minus a. So next one is n into a power n u of n. So here n into a power n, that means here only a power n. N into a power n means the numerator value is multiplied by a into e power minus j omega. The denominator is squared. Okay, so this is the formula for this n into a power n into u of n. This can also be written as a e power plus j omega divided by e power j omega minus a the whole square. So next n squared. So next term is, this is n into a power n. Next one is n squared a power n u of n means we can write a e power j omega into e power j omega plus a divided by the denominator value is cubed. Okay. If it is squared means we have to take the n plus 1. That is n means m plus 1. 2 means here it is 3. So next, Fourier transform of 1. That can be written like this. So 2 pi summation m is equal to minus infinity to infinity del of omega minus 2 pi m. So next, a power modulus n. A power modulus n can be written like this. Next, properties of discrete time Fourier transform. First one is linearity property. Linearity property should satisfy superposition principle. Okay, so this may be the question in MCQ, like what is mean by linearity property, or which property the linearity satisfies. That is superposition principle. The statement can be given like this. Fourier transform of the sum of weighted signals in time domain is equal to the sum of weighted transforms. Okay, this is the expression for this linearity. Next, periodicity. So periodicity means the discrete time Fourier transform is a periodic one with the period 2 pi. Okay, so this may be the important multi-choice question. What is the period of the discrete time Fourier transform? It is 2 pi. Next property is time shifting property. That is, if I am going to shift the time domain signal, then the frequency domain signal is multiplied by e power minus j omega k. So here this sometimes some books they may give x minus m. Okay, so this is nothing but the delay k m whatever it may be. Okay, so that is equal to e power minus j omega k into x of e power j omega. If it is n plus k, then we are going to multiply the Fourier transform with e power plus j omega k. Okay, so example problems are given like this. Fourier transform of x of n minus 3 is equal to e power minus j3 omega. Here it is minus 3. So that transform is multiplied by e power minus j3 omega. Likewise, so Fourier transform of del of n minus 3 is equal to what? E power minus j3 omega, because the Fourier transform of this del function is always 1. So this can be written as 1 by e power minus j3 omega is nothing but 1 by e power plus j3 omega. Okay. So next one is Fourier transform of u of n minus 3. That value is given like this. That is e power minus 3 is there. So e power minus j3 omega is multiplied by Fourier transform of u of n. So what is the value of Fourier transform of u of n? 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega. So this is the answer. Likewise, Fourier transform of u of n plus 3. Plus 3 means that Fourier transform is multiplied with e power plus j3 omega. Next property is time reversal property. Time reversal means if I am going to reverse the time in this time domain signal, the Fourier transform of x of minus n is equal to x of e power minus j omega. Generally we know that what is the Fourier transform of x of n? That is equal to x of e power plus j omega. For this time reversed signal, the frequency is changed. Okay. Example, sometimes the question may be like this in MCQ. What is the value of Fourier transform of u of minus n? What is the Fourier transform of u of minus n? That may be the question. So we know that Fourier transform of u of n is equal to what? 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega. So for this, we know that the Fourier transform value is changed its sign in frequency. So the same answer 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega. So this omega value is reversed. So here this is nothing but omega, it is minus omega. So the value is what? 1 divided by 1 minus e power plus j omega. So this is the answer. For Fourier transform of u of n, it is 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega. For time reversed signal u of minus n, its value is 1 divided by 1 minus e power plus j omega. This is the answer. Okay. Next, frequency shifting property. That means Fourier transform of e power j omega naught n into x of n. The time domain signal is multiplied with exponential term of some frequency content. So that provides the frequency shifting in the transform. So the transformed signal is shifted in frequency. Capital X of e power j omega minus omega naught. sometimes in MCQs, the question, they may give the left hand side or they may give the right hand side to ask the what is the left hand side. Okay, so that is the frequency shifting property. So next one is differentiation is in frequency domain. That means if the time domain signal is multiplied with n, so Fourier transform of n into x of n is equal to j d by d omega of x of e power j omega. So this is the differentiation property of discrete time Fourier transform. So if it is n squared, consider if it is n squared means the j squared d squared by d omega squared x of e power j omega. So it is going on. So n power k, consider n power k into x of n, that is nothing but j power k d power k by d omega power k x of e power j omega. This k can be 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be. Okay. So by using this differentiation property, there may be some question. Find DTFT of y of n is equal to n minus 1 the whole squared into x of n. So this is the question. We are going to find out the Fourier transform for this signal y of n, that is equal to n minus 1 the whole squared into x of n. So this one is expanded as a minus b the whole squared like this. So a squared plus b squared minus 2ab into x of n. So we can expand the signal. So n squared into x of n, 1 into x of n minus 2n into x of n like this. So we know that the signal is multiplied with n. That is nothing but the differentiation property. So here we are going to take the Fourier transform. So Fourier transform of n squared x of n is nothing but what is the value? J squared. J squared value is what? Minus 1. So here it is minus d squared x of e power j omega divided by d omega squared minus here it is 2. So n into x of n means what is the property? So you should remember the property. So here it is j d by d omega of x of e power j omega plus x of n. Fourier transform of x of n is nothing but x of e power j omega. So this is the answer. Next one is convolution property, that is Fourier transform of convolution of two signal results in multiplication of their transform. Okay, so convolving in time domain signal results in multiplication in frequency domain. So this is called convolution property. So multiplication property means this is vice versa. If I am going to take the Fourier transform of the multiplication of two signals x1 of n and x2 of n, that results the convolution in frequency domain. So next, correlation property. If I am going to find out the Fourier transform of correlation between two signals x1 of n and x2 of n, that is resulting the multiplication of x1 of e power j omega and x2 of e power minus j omega. So here the convolution means here both are the same transform, but here that second signal is having the inverse signal. Okay. So next, modulation theorem. Modulation means what? The signal, original signal x of n is multiplied with some other signal, that may be a carrier signal. Okay. So here the carrier may be the cos omega naught n. So modulation theorem states that Fourier transform of x of n multiplied with the carrier signal is equal to 1 by 2 of x of e power j omega plus omega naught plus x of e power j omega minus omega naught. This is the modulation theorem. And next one is Parseval's theorem. Parseval's theorem always to find, it is mainly used to find out energy density spectrum. Okay, so here this modulus of x of e power j omega squared, it represents what? Energy density spectrum. So summation n is equal to minus infinity to infinity modulus of x of n the whole square is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration of modulus of x of e power j omega the whole square d omega. So this may be important multi-choice question. Sometimes they may give this right hand side and to find out the left hand side or some in vice versa. Okay. The last property is symmetry property. So this property is important all the four conditions. If the Fourier transform of conjugate of x of n is equal to x star of e power minus j omega. Okay, if x star of minus n, the reversed signal is equal to x star of e power plus j omega. Likewise, Fourier transform of even signal. Fourier transform of even signal is equal to the real Fourier transform. Likewise, Fourier transform of odd signal is equal to the imaginary value of its transform. So, they may give sometimes the left hand side and to ask what is the right hand side in MCQs. Okay, so these 4 conditions are important. So, likewise, so these are the very important formulas, that is Fourier transform of sine n pi by 2 e of n is equal to e power minus j omega divided by 1 plus e power minus 2j omega. Next, important inverse DTFT formulas also be given like this. So, x of e power j omega is equal to e power minus j omega. So, what is the sequence? What is the time domain signal for this means sine pi of n minus 1 divided by pi of n minus 1. So, we have already solved some problems like in the previous video lecture. So, you have to remember the formulas directly to solve some problems. Okay. So, next, if the transformed value is 1, okay, if the transformed value is 1 for the frequency less than or equal to omega c, that is from minus omega c to plus omega c, its value is 1. This is the transformed signal. So, what its sequence means, that is sine omega c n divided by pi n. Likewise, the DTFT of a rectangular pulse. So, this is the rectangular pulse in terms of discrete time. Okay, from minus n to plus n, it has the value a. Amplitude is here, it is a. So, its transformed value is a into sine n plus 1 by 2 omega divided by sine omega 2. So, these are the important formulas to be used in multi-choice questions. So, quick view of multi-choice questions in DTFT. The DTFT of the sequence del of n minus n naught is e power minus j omega n naught, right? So, we know that. So, whatever delay is given, that exponential term is multiplied. So, discrete time Fourier transform of x star of n, that is the symmetry property, right? Fourier transform of x star of n is equal to what? X star of e power minus j omega. The frequency spectrum of a discrete time signal is periodic with period. I told you, right? It is a frequency spectrum of a DTFT signal is a periodic with a period 2 pi. Okay. So, Fourier representation of discrete and aperiodic. So, for discrete and aperiodic signal, the Fourier representation is always continuous. Okay. For discrete and aperiodic signal, the Fourier transform is always continuous and aperiodic itself. Fourier representation of discrete and periodic signal. So, here discrete and periodic signal means that Fourier representation is also a discrete and periodic one. Okay. For aperiodic alone, the Fourier representation is continuous. Okay. So, next one is the Fourier transform of x of n is equal to 1 for all n. Okay. So, this is the Fourier transform of x of n is equal to 1. That means it is not u of n. U of n means it is only in the positive side. This is from minus negative to plus minus infinity to plus infinity. Its value is 1. So, for this signal, its Fourier transform is given like this. 2 pi summation m is equal to minus infinity to infinity del of omega minus 2 pi m. This is the answer. So, next one is if a signal is folded about the origin in time. That means what? That is the signal is reversed. Folded means what? It is reversed in time domain. If we are going to reverse the signal means its transformed value is equal to what? Time reversal property. What is time reversal property? Its frequency is reversed. So, the phase spectrum undergoes change in sign and its magnitude remains unchanged. So, both B and C, both the correct one. Okay. So, next one is the DTFT of the signal x of n is dash. So, what is the x of n? 0.5 power n minus 1 into u of n. So, we know that the Fourier transform of a power n into u of n is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. So this is the a power n u of n. So the same for a power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1, the transformed value is e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. Okay, so in this one, this is for a power n u of n, the formula is 1 divided by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. For a power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1 means this is the formula. So we can substitute the formula here. So e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. What is the value of a here? It is 0.5. So this is the answer. So e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus 0.5 e power minus j omega. The Fourier transform of correlation sequence of two discrete time signals x1 of n and x2 of n is equal to what? So this is the correlation property. Correlation of two signals is equal to what? The multiplication of the two signals x1 of e power j omega. Here that omega is the actual omega value, but for the second signal it is e power minus j omega, right? So this is the answer. So next one is, given a signal x of n is equal to del of n plus 0.9 del of n minus 6. Okay, the DTFT for the signal is given like this. So 1 plus 0.9 e power minus j omega 2 pi 8 k into 6. So one term is missed out for 8 samples. They have given the sample values at 8 samples. For 8 samples, its value is e power minus j 2 pi 8 k into 6. Okay. So next one is, find the inverse Fourier transform of x of e power j omega is equal to 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught, where the modulus of omega naught in between pi. Okay. So here 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught, that is called frequency shifting property. So frequency shifting property means the signal x of n is multiplied with e power j plus j omega naught n. Here minus omega naught means the signal is multiplied with e power plus omega naught. Okay, so e power j omega naught n. This is the frequency shifting property. So next one is, find the DTFT of x of n is equal to del of n plus del of n minus 1. So this is the answer for this. So here del of n means 1 plus del of n minus 1. Del of n minus 1 means what? E power minus j omega. So 1 here it is 1. So into 1. So we can write 1 plus e power minus j omega can be written as e power plus j in the denominator. So we can write e power j omega plus 1 divided by e power j omega. This is the answer.